Hi there. Running a design sprint usually means juggling tons of information, teams questions, research findings, how might we statements, voting, inspiration links, sketch, and stakeholder presentations. It can take days to organize and synthesize all of this data. So today, I am going to show you how I use Miro Flows, Miro's new AI workflow automations, to automate an entire design sprint process, from the initial questions all the way to working prototypes with just a few clicks. Hi, my name is Ahmed. I'm a product designer at Miro. In this video, I will walk you through how we use Miro AI platform internally to run design sprints faster and more efficient. In my design sprint, so imagine I am preparing for my next design sprint. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to incorporate some moments of flows before running my workshop. In order to do that, I have laid out my general design sprint layout. So I would like to first ask the experts and then perform how might we statements, and then get the top how might we statements to start with the team ideation sketching, and each team should go and get some inspiration and sketch something using crazy eights, and then we generate slides to present those ideas and prototypes. So before we start, how I prepare beforehand my session so I am ready during the session so we can optimize our time and get the most out of it. So the entry point for flows is this little diamond that you see with the arrow. So if I click here and drag, I'm going to see this list. I can generate any of these outputs. In this scenario, I'm just going to go over and choose document. What's going to happen here, I will see this prompt box above the document where I can command it with anything that I want to happen. In this scenario, what I want this activity to happen is I want the users to fill out any questions they have. And most of the time, we cannot invite to our design sprints most of the experts because the time constraints and maybe time zones. So this is a very good example to leverage all the knowledge that we have internally at Miro to use it in our workshop. So how we do that in Flows? So I have prepared here a prompt where I can copy and paste. So what I said here, you are a design sprint expert. I would like to collect all the internal knowledge using Miro Insights. And then I am going to leverage this to add this document and answer all the users' participants' questions. So I'm going to give it access to our knowledge base. I'm going to use Miro Insights, which is going to access all our Miro boards and collect the information from there. Perfect. Now we have our prompt set up. Next thing I want to do is I want to visualize this in a good way so my team can use that and also get inspiration for how might we statements. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create another step. And then in this scenario, I'm going to use tables. And then to make it simpler for everyone to use, I'm going to make the view to Kanban. And I'm going to leverage the Kanban view to check that. So what I'm going to do, I have another prompt that I'm going to take. My prompt is going to change all the questions and answers that I'm going to get from the expert exercise to how might we statements as an inspiration for my team to generate more ideas and more how might we statements. And now we are ready. Like once our team activity happens, it's going to generate my document, which is going to search our internal knowledge. And then after that, automatically generate how might we statements. Now I'm going to ask the team to drag and drop the how might we statements to this frame and then brainstorm over with new ideas and new how might we statements that they think of after reading the questions and answers from the experts. This is for sure doesn't override having actual experts in the room, but this is as a very good additional to our design sprint. And then asking everyone to vote. With the help of visual context, Miro Flows can also see my votes and where I'm voting on. Let's see that in practice. So imagine now I am in my workshop and then I have my team generating so many questions for my experts. We can flag some of the questions for the actual experts in the room to answer, but we can also run the flow. So what is going to happen? It's going to take all of these questions that I have and then search all our Miro boards. Any internal knowledge sources, I can also connect to it, for example, Glean or Amazon Q. Now, as you see, I have my questions and answers from my native video experience that the team was asking on. And what is very good is I can get also all the sources where this information was coming from, and I can go through the sources and ask about it. And then after that, it is going to create my how might we statements based on these results. Now I see I have my how might we statements and they are grouped. I can read through them, and then after that I can ask the team to pull the how might we statements that they see relevant and they like it to our frame here. So I can just drag and drop here all my ideas, as you can see. So these are all my how might we statements that is being generated. I can ask my team to add more how might we statements based on what they read in the questions and based on the answers that they get from the experts. But then after that, they can start voting on the cards and see like which ideas that got the most amount of votes. So this activity we can do together. After we finish the dot voting, I'm going to go ahead and run our how might we statement grouping table. As you can see here, I got all my how might we's with the dot voting count, and I got also the categorization of each how might we. So I got the most popular ones are these two. So I'm gonna drag them here to our top how might we's and then see if there is other ones that is gonna be interesting in teams. I see twos here. So taking them to my top how might we's. And now in this flow, I'm going to search the web for anyone that has the same problem from our competitors. So by running this flow, I'm going to get some links for inspiration. As you can see now, I got lots of ideas from different competitors and I got also resources links. So after that, I'm going to ask the teams to go to the team activity first to read through the document. They can visit the links that is being listed here and get inspiration for the ideas. And then after that, they can put some screenshots of these inspiration ideas that they found. So for example, adding some ideas of video players. And then the team also can do the activities together to do crazy eights and sketch some of the ideas. What is super cool about the next step is I can already get my first version of how my prototype should look like and how my slides that I'm going to share should look like with just one click. So I'm gonna click here, run, and also run my prototype. As you can see, we got our first draft of our presentation, and then we got our fully interactive prototype that we can also play and see all our prototype fully interactive with everything. So I can click through them and see how my prototype works and present it in my presentation as a demo. All of this just happened with one click. Definitely all of these prototypes is editable. I can change it and I can manipulate the actions that I want to make it closer to what I was thinking of. So here we have it. With Miro Flows, we have automated an entire design sprint, internal research, Q&A document, Q&A to how might we statements, voting to organized results, how might we to inspiration research, sketches to stakeholder presentations, and sketches to working prototype. What used to take 2 to 3 days of manual work now can happen in minutes. So your team can focus on the creative work that actually matters.